All right, step 5 is to find our p-value. We just had a test statistic equal to 1.73. So if we consider t-distribution, here's our test statistic. Because our H1 is that mu is significantly greater than 21, our tail is going to be to the right when we're looking for our p-value. Alright, so to find our p-value, we're going to need our handy dandy calculator, and we are going to go to TCDF. Now keep in mind our upper bound here is essentially infinity, which we'll use just 10 to the power of 99 to model our infinity. And our last one is our degrees of freedom. Again, our degrees of freedom is still 43. Second distribution, going down to TCDF, which is number 6. So 1.73 up to 10 to the 99th. Degrees of freedom, so it was 43. And we get a p-value of 4.5%. Okay. All right, our conclusion. Remember that our alpha was, wow, that's a great question. Our alpha was 5%, so our p-value of 4.5 is smaller than our alpha of 5%. And we also can see that our test statistic of 1.73 does fall in that rejection region. So if we keep in mind that this t-score was our critical value of 1.68, and we saw a value that was right here. That's where our that little mark that I've made is where our 1.73 or our test statistic, which we got from our data, fell. The fact that it's in that red region, it is in the reject region, we would reject our null hypothesis in favor of our alternative. That's essentially what I'm going to write here. So we're going to reject HO and accept H1 at a 5% level of significance, because our p-value equal to 4.5% is smaller than 5%, which was our alpha. Alternatively, we could have talked about how our test statistic, which was 1.73, was greater than 1.68, which is our critical value. Therefore, we have sufficiently strong evidence to show this year's model has better fuel efficiency than last year's model. I'm going to run out of paper. Than last year's model on average. I'm going to sneak that in at the very end. Oh, goodness gracious. I am such a mess. I think y'all know that at this point. Okay, so I did have to kind of talk about that being an average, not of individuals, but an average of a group. That says average if it's not clear. All right, I hope this is helpful. Have a good day.